Sania Iqbal Siddiqui. I work for the Khan University Examination Board as Specialist of English Language and Literature. And I'm proud to have been selected as one of the authors for AKU's Authors Day. This is my book in which I have 6 poems published. This book is an anthology, a collection of poems by various contemporary writers of Pakistan, brown writers like myself, who want their voices to be heard the world over. Their experiences can shed light on the various aspects of Pakistani culture, which is really important for me as a writer. Because in this globalized world, Pakistani voices need to be heard. I've always been passionate about writing, about creating, imagination, and my inspiration was myself and the world around me. There are various issues that I feel deeply about, which I cannot express in prose, but I do express them in poetry, in verses. Some of my inspirations are basically the poems that I've read when I was a child, William Wordsworth, Keats, Emily Bronte, and Emily Dickinson. To be honest, Emily Bronte is not a poet, but her writings are very poetic, and I really draw inspiration from those. When it comes to other poets from Pakistan, for example, I love Zehra Nigah, I love Mir Taqi Mir, and Allama Iqbal is one of my favorites. My writing process is, as any writer's, different but similar. I use association of different words, different terms with one another, because that's a reason why writing is really powerful. For example, a firefly can be a metaphor for a light bulb or diya, and how you use that metaphor in your writing, that is the actual trick. So the personification or the literary devices used by writers, that is very important for the writer's writing process. For me, it's association. The greatest challenge for me writing this book is the grueling work schedule and various factors such as the economy, overthinking about what's going to happen, do I have a future? But that challenge was ultimately answered and addressed because I found the child inside me, the child who always wanted to be a dreamer, a writer, and that's a challenge that I overcame. A different perspective I took after collaborating on this book was that everybody has a story to tell. Everybody is struggling, everybody is trying to survive, but we should never lose hope. We should always have positivity, because you never know, one positive sentence that is uttered by you can change someone's life. Reading other poems by writers of the same anthology really gave me a new profound respect for myself, for others. And one thing I actually took away was that I should humble myself and that I should pause, reflect, and just take a breather. Because in this fast-paced world, trying to take a break is very, very important for your mental health as well. I love the library, whether it's the medical library, whether it's the English library. Every book has some information, to share with the reader. For me particularly, referencing different books, trying to decipher what writings are, how can I as a writer develop my writing skills. Even though I have a specialization in English literature and I am very passionate about writing, but you shouldn't just think that you know everything. There is a whole variety of books that can help you, that can enable you to improve your writing, to enhance your writing, to understand how to draw inspiration and how to engage the reader. If you're not engaging the reader, if you're not following certain rules, if you are trying to break the rules without understanding how those rules are broken, then you're not really a writer. Because today, in today's world, I would say, you need to have certain justifications for what you are writing, why you're writing, what your thought processes are. And if you're not, sort of exposed to the literature, you are drawing a blank. So the library did help me immensely. Well, an advice that I would share with authors or aspiring authors, now that's a really loaded question, is that you need to be able to, have certain relationship with your words, with what you're trying to say. Because if you don't have a good relationship with the words that you're writing, then your credibility as an author can be challenged. You need to know what your writing reflects. You need to know the researches or the literature that has helped you to become a writer. Because if you don't respect the literature, if you don't give any sort of understanding of how you are writing, why you're writing, what inspiration you're drawing from, then people are really not going to connect with you. So it's very important for you to have a relationship with the words on the page that you're writing yourself.